Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Little Blue Fly. If this is your first time visiting, welcome, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. It's as simple as tapping that subscribe button, making sure to select all after you have tapped that notification bell. And I always say make sure to select all because there's times where I will place up images, photos in my community post. So by selecting all, you will be sure to receive those posts when I add on to the community. Otherwise, you'll just receive the videos, and sometimes you won't even receive those if you have not made sure to select all at your notification bell. So, okay, you're going to hear me. I'm still a little bit hoarse. I really had no business being outside in that yard today, but I'm stubborn like that. But anyhow, today I will be sharing a decorating haul as well as some living room decorating. We are really going to be dressing up the Chesterfield sofa today. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Now on the table, you will see this gorgeous terracotta pot. I'm just going to go ahead and place the tag up front here because this piece was purchased at Merrifield Garden, and many of you are not in the Virginia area, so maybe you will be able to find one online. What is great about this pot, so on the outside it has this light green color. Well, what that is dormant moss. So when you plant whatever, florals you want in there, the water actually seeps through the terracotta pot and activates that dormant moss, and moss will start growing on the outside of this pot. How perfect is that? I love that. So anyhow, but during the winter, I have to make sure to bring it in so it doesn't crack. On top, I placed a Mackenzie Childs charger just because I needed a flat surface at top for this next piece. I actually have two of these. They are ceramic canisters. I just actually thrifted them off of a Instagram live show, and when I saw Kathy pick these up, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have these. Absolutely love the blue. I just took the lid off so you could see the inside. Very just that strong, vibrant cobalt blue that many of us love. Now here at the bottom there are some markings, so for those of you that like to look things up, here you go, and I would love any information that you might come across on these. Just gorgeous fruit all around on this canister. So in the back, that's the one we were just looking at. It's short and chunky, and you can see it's like up on a little pedestal type stand. And then the one up front goes down a little bit more, but it's more slender. So we have the chunky one in the back and the slender one up front. And I'm really looking forward to decorating with these pieces in my kitchen, because they're going to go beautifully with the copper. Now this right here, This is a childhood memory, this piece. Little boy and girl swinging. It is a clock. It lights up, but right now it has to go see the doctor. It's currently not working, but that's okay. We are going to fix this piece right up. And this is a childhood memory I really want to share today. So my father, he was always in the furniture business. He owned a furniture store for many years, but before he owned the store, he worked at Valley Carpets and Valley Carpets and Rugs? Valley Carpets and Furniture in Atwater, California. And a few doors down, there was a clock shop. It was called Dick's Clock Shop. And on the front of the shop, there was this black subway tile. And here sat this clock right here, all lit up. And the little boy and girl were swinging back and forth. Now, I could barely see through that window because I was such a little girl. So I was like that one little girl in the picture the picture I shared in the previous video, where I was just up on my tiptoes and just to see all of his, they were magical, all of his clocks up in his window. And I would tell myself, I really want this clock. And there was another one right next to it as well. And now look, this clock, like I said, I don't think I find some of these pieces. I really think they find me. Okay, now here is the other clock that was sitting next to the children swinging up in the clock shop's window. I mean, I cannot believe these two clocks actually just recently found me. This is a fireplace clock. And the little boy and girl, they used to swing back and forth, and then next to them was this other clock, and the fire was burning behind it, and just little magical things like this just really always touched my heart and just would take me on different adventures in my mind. You know, I would think, of fireplaces and clocks, out in the gardens, or we used to play at Mickey Mouse Hill in all of the trees, and I would think of these clocks and the fireplaces inside of the trees, and just little fun little girl dreams. Now this clock is actually all metal. It's very heavy, and it works, as you can see. But the other one in the back, it does have to go to the doctor. Okay, so what likes to wake us up in the morning? Roosters, right? Okay, so these little sweet pieces here, they have a good weight to them. They're pewter. Yes, they are pewter, and they're from England. I just recently found these on Facebook Marketplace. The party I purchased them from, they were her mother's, and she was selling them off. So it was actually a lot for all three of these, and they couldn't be more perfect with all their little chippy goodness all over. I cannot begin to even tell you just how much this haul has touched my heart. I have found so many wonderful childhood treasures. Now this piece, I have never seen one of these before. Now it reminds me of, the wooden ones that, you pull up and they have the little pegs on them and people would hang different items, but I've never seen one brass. I have no idea how I'm going to use this piece. I just found it to be intriguing. So that is why I purchased it. So we'll see what I come up with. So I just have a few more items to share. We're going to continue on with the brass. Some more thrifted pieces. These little quails. But you know what they remind me of, actually, is the Partridge Family. At the beginning, where it would share the birds at the beginning with the bus and all the children and the different colors. That's what these remind me of. But they are very solid, heavy brass. Now look at this sweet little guy right here. It's a brass dish, a mallard. Love the colors, you can see the aging, all the chippiness. And he's just going to be fun to decorate with. Endless possibilities with this little brass dish. And it can stay out all year long. Now, that is it for the brass. And now this next piece, many of you might know what this is. We'll see. Okay, here is the bottom part. It's a crystal dish. I love all the detailing on this piece. Have you guessed what it is yet? Here's the top. This is called a fairy lamp. So what you do is you put a tea light inside and put the lid back on, and the glow from this piece is absolutely magical during the evening. So that's my little crystal fairy lamp. Okay, I have 4 of these. So fun. Enamelware little miniature teapots. I purchased these in a lot of 4. Have the enamel all on the inside. This one had a little bit of wear on the side, but it also has a name at the bottom. I don't know much about this piece at all, other than it is very whimsy and I absolutely adore it. It has some good weight to it as well. Okay, we're going to continue on. Here is the next little enamel pot. Has a hat, and she placed all of her vegetables on the inside because she probably wasn't wearing her apron or didn't have her basket when she was out in her garden. So she had to take her bonnet off and fill it with her vegetables. Enamel on the inside. I'm actually sitting on the floor. Most of the time I'm standing, but because I haven't been feeling so well, I thought to sit on the floor for this haul. And I had absolutely no business being out in that garden today, but it is what it is. Okay, the next enamel pot. This one has grape clusters all over, ladybugs on the grape leaves. The sweet, soft yellow, the cobalt blue. I just absolutely adore these little enamel teapots. it's the little things. The little things that have all the color and the detail that just makes it just makes a difference, a big difference. This probably is my favorite out of them all. I love the color. There's hanging baskets. We have a little bit of a harlequin pattern going on there. It just gives such a nice old world feel, French country on this little pot. And I love, look at the brass handle. Love the handle. The enamel on the inside. And what do you think of these little teapots? I wonder if you guys are loving them as much as I am. They're just too precious. So I'm just taking you through, letting you see all the new little treasures I have found. Now we are going to start working with my new, well, I've had it for a few months now, but my leather Chesterfield sofa. I was very, I guess, just over the moon when I found this piece at, of all places, Home Goods for just $2,000, a genuine leather. Now, $2,000, I shouldn't just say $2,000 because that is a substantial amount of money. But considering how much these sofas cost, you know, you get up there to $6,000 to $10,000. I would never own one. But anyhow, we are now going to dress up the windows with these lanterns that can be found on Amazon. I do have a link in my Amazon storefront, and they have been in stock. So I hope you all have been looking for them, because they are fabulous lanterns to work with. I love the arch, the chippy goodness, the metal up at top, and they're just so much fun to decorate inside throughout the different seasons. So go look at my Amazon storefront and see if there are any left, because the last I looked, there was just a couple. They have little doors on the side. They go so well with the sofa. But now I would really like to keep warming things up. I'm really going for the French country look with touches of whimsy. So we're going to work inside the lanterns, and I will be using a couple of these picks from Hobby Lobby. I always wait for the floral to come on sale, 50% off, so I can get 2 for the price of 1. So I placed the floral in, and as you can see on the outsides of the lanterns, that is where I am going to have my floral go up. It will change quite a bit as I'm adding in the pieces. So this right here I purchased many years ago at an estate sale. I have quite a few of these, and she was asking $5 a piece, so I could not take them off the wall fast enough. And on the inside, I changed out the pictures, and I just had some fun with different cutouts and stickers that had the French country flair to it. And this one actually says French country. It has a couple ladies working out in the garden. The sunflowers. We have some harlequins working there. And the frames are just perfectly aged. Some pieces you don't want to touch up. So I placed both of them off to the side and pulled up the greenery with the frames, and then let a couple pieces just gently wisp across the front of the pictures. And next I have my little golden pots with my preserved boxwood topiaries in them. I've had these for many years. One actually has some more than chippy goodness. There's a little bit of break I had to repair, and it just gives it all the more character. Like I said, some items having just, a little crack or a break to it just really gives the piece so much character. That's just me. Some of you might be saying, what is she talking about? Always do what you love to do. Always. So I placed them next to the picture. And now these are some more frames that I purchased from the estate sale. All of these frames are stamped in the back, Italy. We have some nice old world, like folk art images up here at the top. And again, the frames are just have the perfect chippiness inside of the gold gilding. And I placed a rooster inside this one. Many years ago, there was this decorative paper at Beverly Fabrics, and I haven't been able to find this paper anymore. And I just placed it down on the other side of the pot. And I couldn't be more in love with these very simple, chippy French country lanterns. You can actually see the chandelier through that one. I love reflection. It's all about letting things reflect off of one another. Okay, so now pulling back from the window, I really want to warm things up. So I'm going to share how to do exactly that. Now, in the spring, I wanted to make it a little bit more brighter, so I added in my brass candlesticks. I'm doing the opposite now. I want to bring in the warmth. And whenever we want to warm things up, greenery is always the key. So this sweet spiral topiary was purchased from Hobby Lobby. Again, I am using faux. Inside the lanterns is real. It's preserved. I love mixing the two together. Now Hobby Lobby, they still have these for sale. And again, I always wait for the 50% off. So I place them right next to the lanterns, and look, warmth, so much warmth. I'm loving this window setting, everyone. I'm kind of really crushing on it right now, actually. I love changing things about in the house. Now we are going to add in pops of color all over the Chesterfield sofa. Are you ready for it? I am. First, I'm going to start with this throw blanket I purchased many years ago from Hanson's Furniture. The little tassels, they fall off, and that's perfectly fine. But this is so soft and so cozy during those afternoon naps. It feels so good on my skin with the air conditioner on and the fan also blowing on me. I'm quite the happy girl. So I'm just draping it over the side. And I wanted it on the right side, not the left, because I wanted to display it a little bit more. I didn't want to hide it over in the corner. I didn't want it to hide in the corner. Now to add in the designer pillows. It really pays. I know it's costly. I have not always been able to do this all my life. That's for sure. We have worked hard to get to where we are at today. But this houndstooth pillow, well, many of them are designer pillows. And it really does pay to have them made because they last such a long time. I take them into the dry cleaners. All these pillows, minus 2 of them, we use. Some of us just use a couple, and some of us use all of them. It just depends on the mood, I suppose. Now here is the next set. Have quite a bit of chenille on this. The colors blend very well with the houndstooth and the throw, and the trim is just so thick and lush. And that's what you can get when you get into the designer pillows. And they last for years if you care for them properly. So placed one to the left and to the right in front of the houndstooth. And now this next pillow, I really wanted that pop of color. Add in that, that bit of drama. And in order to achieve that, I decided I needed it to be very warm. Now, many of you ask, well, how do you sit on the sofa with so many pillows? Well, easy. You lean back on them. They're all feather filled, so they really, they go down. And if you don't want to lean on them, you just simply take them off and place them to the side. So I don't ever not decorate a sofa because I'm going to be sitting on it. And here is the drama right here. The rich, it's like a cranberry color, like a scarlet red, but also like a cranberry. Has the lush trim going around it. It is chenille. And then that shimmering, I'm trying to get it on camera really good for you. The gold and the chenille, it just really shimmers. And it adds the perfect drama that I wanted for my pillows, for the setting. But Bev still isn't happy. I need that that little extra, that whimsy, that pop of color, and I achieve that by adding in black. Always add in touches of black, and whatever you're decorating with will just pop. This is Mackenzie Child's. Gorgeous beadwork all over this bee pillow. I need to take my lint brush, so because it is velvet, you get out that lint brush and roll over it really good. But as you can see, that black is really just going to make things pop. And there we go. Now I'm happy. I'm perfectly happy here. Now, these pillows, they are going to be staying on the sofa for the majority of the year. But up front, now I'm going to really bring in, tie things in even more, bring in the warmth, but also make it continue to stand out. It is another custom-made piece. Now, when I sit on a sofa, I like to kick my legs up, and so do the children. So I decided to move out the black coffee table that was here, and I really don't even know where I'm going to place that piece because I've kind of run out of room, but I'll figure it out. But now I'm going to share what is going to make this sofa even more comfortable, and that is an Ottoman. And I had this custom made to go along with the pillows. All of these were made by Bassett. I wish my lighting was a little bit better so we could pick up on this. I will get it. I will get it in the closer look or the photos, but it will happen. So Bassett Furniture made the pillows and the Ottoman. And I will be placing one more item right here on the Ottoman because we use it quite a bit. And that is this box. Well, this box was actually gifted to me by a party I purchased some furniture from in New Jersey, and this is by Bombay. They call them coffin chests. And there's also a smaller one. I don't own that one. This is the larger one. And we just keep our remotes in there and candles. And I just placed it right on top of the Ottoman. And when we want to kick our legs up, we just simply remove the box. And it is just absolutely perfect. Soon a wood tray will be added here.